What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Destrose. Yes, indeed, Destrose Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bob, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Thomas Roaring, Krauser, and SMB, and this is actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of May for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, SMB. Hope you enjoy the show, man, as well as you, Thomas and Krauser. They all want to see me react to this song by Destrose called Maze. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, hold it. Hold everything. I've heard this before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by I Fly Noosa, and I kid you not, I spelled E-Y-E, Fly spelled F-L-Y, and then Noosa, N-O-O-S-A. So, yeah, I Fly Noosa. These names, man, I do not understand them, but whatever. Anyway, the video has 39,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Destrose, Maze Encore Performance, live at Shibuya 2013, max volume advised. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I mean, I got it cranked as loud as I can. I guess we'll have to, hopefully it'll be loud enough. I guess we'll have to wait and see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
He is so little. There you go. Use a fire extinguisher. Why not? Okay. It sounds good. It's moving. It's got the energy. It's got the drive. It's got the edge. It's got the attitude. I like everything I'm hearing. I just had to kind of chuckle a little bit when I heard Miho get on the backing vocals with her vocal line. I used to have the exact same problem. Everybody has this problem for different reasons. For me, it was a confidence issue. Because when I started singing backing vocals, I wasn't 100% confident in my singing ability. And it took me a while to get over that. And unfortunately, it wasn't helped because I wasn't very confident in my singing ability. I would sing softly. And then, of course, the guy running the board would have to turn me up. Well, when you do that, you're turning up a soft singing voice. And there's just no way that that's going to sound strong. You can crank that all the way up to, to plus 18. It doesn't matter. It's going to sound soft from a power and projection and support standpoint. I'm just laughing. I'm just chuckling because I used to have the exact same problem. Now, I don't know if Miho has since, worked on her vocal abilities and has, gained more confidence over the years. I don't know. I think she has, but it's interesting to see her here singing. I guess the best way to put it would be timidly. And yes, I can say that because I was in the same boat. I used to 10, no, more than that. Back when I was back 20 plus years ago, I was in the exact same boat. I was terrified to sing in front of a crowd. I was like, because I'm not a singer, I'm a bass player. And I didn't have a whole lot of confidence. So I can say that because it worked. I eventually worked my way through it. Now I belt it. And it's fine because over time I got more confident. Now I'm sure that happened to her too. It's just fine to me to see it happen to her because I've been in her shoes. So anyway, I just found that I don't want to say entertaining, but I found it okay. I found it entertaining from a relatability standpoint. I could relate. I've been there. So did I find some entertainment value there? Yeah, I kind of did. I know. I could just hear Miho fans just ready to kill me right now. Guys, look, I'm not putting her down. I'm not. I'm just saying I've been there. I know what she's experiencing. And I hear them trying to fix it, but guys, there's no fixing that. Not with a board. That she just has to, and this is not just for her. This is for anybody who struggles with their backing vocals and singing softly because they're timid or whatever. You just have to keep at it. You just have to keep working at it. Don't give up. It will get better. You will get more confidence, especially when you have a supportive group who will tell you. And be honest with you, they're not going to sit there and sugarcoat and go, "Oh, you're doing a great job," when you're really not. Hopefully you'll have a supportive group who will call it like it is. They will praise you when you deserve it, and they'll let you know what you need to fix when they hear something you need to fix. I was very fortunate that I was in a band who was able to do that with me. When I was singing sharp or flat, they told me, "Hey, just to let you know, you're a little flat there. We'll keep working on it." But at the same time, they were also willing to praise me when I did a good job, which boosted my confidence and made me feel more comfortable singing loudly and belting it and supporting and projecting. So to all of you guys and gals out there who struggle with this, don't worry, don't fret. It does get better. You just have to keep practicing. You have to keep working at it. Don't give up. You can do it. I did it. You can do it too. I promise you. All right? Anyway, sorry for the little pep talk there, I guess. Let's get back into this. Interesting choice to go with the double time feel. I'm willing to bet we have a guitar solo here. Interesting choice to go with the double time feel in those sections in the verses. That was an interesting choice. Not necessarily what I would have done. It felt, okay, to me, what was happening within the guitar and bass, it felt like we should have just been going with the straight time. For Haruna to switch it up into the double time, it wasn't bad. It didn't sound bad. It didn't sound atypical. It didn't sound like you could predict that was going to happen. I know I didn't. That was the last thing I thought she would have done. Look, I was predicting straight time. If she was going to do anything, I was thinking maybe she would go into a halftime feel. But instead, she did double time. An interesting choice. Not one I would have made, but an interesting choice. And the thing is, at the end of the day, it worked. It sounded good. I got no issue with it. I just thought it was really interesting. Vocally, she's doing a fine job. She's belting it out. Sounds really good. Every once in a while, her vibrato gets just a little carried away. It goes, instead of keeping the wavelength within this type of a range, it goes to about like this type of a range. It's not huge. It's just, it's a little outside, what you would typically hear from vocalists who are using vibrato. But I will say, I can hear that she's using vibrato properly. She's doing the vibrato from here, not here. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard vocalists who say they have great vibrato and they do it from here. And I'm like, yeah, about that. No, she's doing it from the proper place. She's doing it from the diaphragm. She's doing it from her support. And that's the correct, proper way to do vibrato. I love hearing that. That's awesome. Guitars sound tight. I like it. The chordal progression for the song, I like it. A lot of chromatic usage, which I find a little surprising. Places where they could have shortened it by half, like the length, if they had just gone in full steps, but instead they doubled the length of the phrase and moved up in chromatic. Now, how did it sound? It sounded fine. I liked it. I believe it or not, I know they doubled the length of the phrase, but I like it that way. I was thinking about something. If they had cut the phrase in half and gone up in full steps, would have sounded just as good. It would have sounded good, but it wouldn't have sounded that good. I liked it with the chromatic ascension. I like that. Sounded really good. No, I'm enjoying this so far. So far, so good. I believe we have a guitar solo. Let's see if I'm right about that. I'm predicting guitar solo. Okay, maybe not. Maybe just a breakdown. Oh, guitar solo. Really guitar solo? there. That was nice. Crowd interaction, I like it. On that ice bell, I heard it. Spinning the star symbol, I like that. Building guitar solo to finish the song out, maybe. They heard a little slip, but they recovered quick. Very quick recovery. That was nice. Okay. With the echo afterward, that's delay. Let's keep going, I guess. Well, only 7 seconds to cry. That's fine. Nice fade. Awesome. Don't have to sit through the whole credits. That's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was fun. I'm not gonna sit here and say it was mind blowing, but it was definitely fun to watch. For a number of reasons. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Destrose with Maze. This was a request from Thomas Roaring, Krauser, and SMB. And this was actually one of SMB's 3 prioritized requests for the month of May for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, SMB. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. And you as well, Thomas and Krauser. Okay, there really isn't a lot to talk about, if I'm being honest here. There really is not a whole lot to discuss that I didn't already talk about at length during the reaction. So I am going to touch on a couple of bullet points when it comes to those things. A couple of the little things we want to mention as well, but this should be a fairly quick review. We'll see, hopefully. I don't know. I never really know. Sometimes I'll say it's going to be quick and it turns into a 15-minute thing. And then there's been other times where I said, oh, this is going to be a long one, and it turns into a 5-minute review. So I don't know. I'll just kind of play it by ear, I guess. Let's start off with the score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.8. Yep. 7.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, 7.8. What does that score mean? Well, a 7.8 would translate to a really good scale rating. It would translate to 4 to 5 stars, and it would also translate to a B+ letter grade. So, 7.8, really good scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come to this score? So glad you asked. Right from the get-go, right from the beginning, crowd interaction, talking to the crowd. I mean, yeah, it's coming off of I understand it's an encore, okay? And you go off the stage, you wait, 30 seconds to a minute, something like that, kind of let the crowd get a chance to work itself up, and then you come back out and you surprise the crowd. Look, the crowd knows. Come on. The crowds expect encores. They really do. When they don't get encores, they're disappointed. So any band should have a couple of encores ready when you're the headliner. Now look, if you're the opening act and you're given 30 minutes to play, encores, probably not a good idea. Unless you stop your set at 20 and then you leave the set and come out and do one. Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. But I mean, be careful with that because you don't want to run over and upset the headliner when they have to get pushed back because you took too long. But in any case, they came out to do an encore, and the first thing they did is they greeted the crowd. They spoke to the crowd, and I don't know what they said. I do not speak Japanese, but something tells me they said something to the effect of, "Are you guys ready for more, or would you guys like to hear one more," or something like that. They said something around those lines, probably. I don't know for certain. I'm reading the body language and knowing the history of performers. That's usually what they say. They say something around those lines. And then they kicked into the song. Now, the song selection for an encore. I don't know if this is a popular song. I don't know if this is a song that is recognizable. I don't know if this is a song that was ever a big hit for them. In any case, as far as the direction goes, like a song that you would want to pick directionally for an encore, this was a great choice. It was. It felt good. The energy was there. The drive was there. It wasn't so fast that it blew people's hair back, but the push was there. The energy was there. The drive was there. The feeling was there. The attitude was there. The power was there. A great way to leave the crowd. A great way to end a show and send the crowd home feeling that energy, feeling that drive, feeling that attitude. It's a great way to go. So I don't know if the song was ever popular or not. I don't know if this was a big hit for them. I'm not even sure if the song was recognizable to most Destrose fans. I'm not 100% sure. But just basing it completely off of the direction of the song, I think it's a great choice. Great choice. Guitar players. Look. We've heard them before. There's a certain level of expectation. They met the expectation without question, okay? They are hitting for par. Clean guitar playing for 99.9999%. There was that one slip on the end when they were doing the ending guitar dueling harmonizing solo. You heard that one little slip, but she very quickly corrected whoever was playing the lower note. You heard that one slip where she was just a half step off. She very quickly slid up to the next fret. Look, it happens to all of us, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say I've never done it because, folks, I do it every single show. I have never played a perfect show. There's always been at least one mistake, and that's okay. It's to be expected. It's live. It's a live show. It's going to happen. Even the greatest make mistakes. It happens. So I'm not going to sit there and be a complete douche and knock off a whole bunch of points just for one little slip up. Now, if I heard like 5 or 6 slip ups during the course of one song, that would be a different story. But I mean, it was one little slip up in one song. So I'm not going to stress over it. But I just thought, I just wanted to mention it because I didn't want people going, "Oh, he didn't catch it." Yes, I caught it. I heard it. I see it, but I'm not going to hold it against them for that. If anything, it proves they were playing live. It's always good to see Haruna and Miho playing together. It's always good to see those two. It was fun watching Haruna come out to the mic, and she had to, adjust and get up on her toes to get to the mic. She is so fun-sized, it's ridiculous. But that doesn't take away from her drumming. Speaking of her drumming, some really nice things happening within that drumming. I talked about this earlier, the choice to go to a double time feel during the verses, in certain spots, not even through the whole verse, but just in like, like a little 2-measure phrase here, a little 4-measure phrase here. Interesting. Not bad. Interesting. not the direction I would have gone. Me personally, I would have stayed in a straight time, or I would have maybe gone to a halftime. Going into a straight time would not have been my first choice, but here's the thing. It worked. It sounded good. It sounded fine. I got no issue with it. It was just different. It was a little unexpected. It kind of threw me off a little bit, but not in a negative way. So it was fine. Always love it when she hits the ice bell. I do, man. I heard it there on that last chorus. I heard the dinging, and I was like, ice bell. Nice. Let's see, what else? I was gonna talk about something else. Oh, the use of chromatic. Throughout the whole song, surprising use of chromatic lines. Now, they weren't always full chromatic lines. It wasn't always single semitones ascending or descending. They would interject the descending lines, or they would interject the having a brain fart right now.
I've heard worse. You liar! Come on, you pansy!
They would interject the chromatic lines in between. So, every once in a while they would do like F to an F sharp to a G to the A to the G sharp to the A. That's full chromatic. But there were also times where they would go, F to G down to E up to F sharp. No, F back up to the G to the G sharp to the A. So they were interjecting chromatic work within full step range. It is as accidental. Now look, is there anything wrong with that? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that as long as it sounds good. And honestly, I didn't hear anything that sounded bad. No, there was not one time where they had chromatic movement used as accidentals where I went, ooh, I wouldn't have done that. No, every single one made sense. Even on the phrases where they extend, like when they did move full chromatic, and instead of doing it for just 2 measures, they did it for 4 measures because they had to extend it double time because they're doing almost double the steps. I thought about it. Could they have done full steps? Yes, they absolutely could have. Would it have worked? Yes, it would have worked. Would it have cut the time in half? Yeah, I would have cut the time in half, but here's the thing. Moving up chromatically the way they did and extending the phrase to double the time so that they can have the proper amount of time used for each chromatic step, I like it. I know it made the song longer. I know it did, but you know what? I like how it worked out. I like how it ended up sounding. The usage of the chromatic, if nothing else, it added a sense of anticipation of where are we going? It's like going up a roller coaster and you're going up and you're going up and you're going up and you're going up. And the whole time you're going up, if you're not sitting in the very front row so you can actually see where you're going, let's say you're sitting somewhere in the middle or toward the back, you don't see the top. You don't see the crest. You just know you're going up. And the thing that goes through your mind is, I wonder how much farther we have to go up. We're going up pretty high. And you get that sense of anticipation. Same thing here with the chromatic work. It adds that level of anticipation. And I think that was really smart. Vocally, I like the lead vocalist on this. I like what she did. Every once in a while, it just happened like a couple of times. I think it happened twice. It sounded like her vibrato just got away from her just a little tiny bit. It got the wavelength got a little bit. Like here's where it would have sounded really good, right? And then every once in a while, like I said, it happened twice. Her vibrato wavelength went like that. Not even a huge difference. Just enough to perk my ears and go, what? Yeah, hold on. But it never stayed that high for very long. It was almost like she caught herself. Like she would start to go super wide, she went, oh, and then she narrowed it down. So again, live, is it ever going to be perfect? No, it's not going to be perfect. Did I knock off any points for it? No, I don't. If she did it consistently through the entire song and didn't fix it, I'd be upset, and I'd be like, no, I didn't like that. That was absolutely uncalled for. But when she did start to lose a little bit, she very quickly corrected it. So no issue there. I already talked at length about the backing vocals from Miho. I'm not gonna dwell on it for a long time, but I'm just gonna bullet point it. I'm sure people saw me smile. I'm sure people saw me chuckle. It's not because I'm laughing at her messing up. I'm laughing and I'm chuckling because I'm relating. I've been there. I was in her boat for years because I was trying to develop my backing vocal skill and my backing vocal ability. And unfortunately, the biggest thing for me, as it is for a lot of other backing vocalists, it has nothing to do with a lack of ability or a lack of talent. It's a lack of confidence. I needed a lot of support to get me over that self-doubt. And I have a feeling she's in the exact same boat, because when you hear her singing backing vocals in Love Bites, you don't hear that issue. You don't hear the soft, reserved backing vocals, the scared backing vocal. Let's call a spade here. The scared backing vocals that comes with inexperience and lack of confidence. And unfortunately, the only way that the guy working the FOH can do is he can crank it up. So now you have loud, scared vocals, and that just never sounds good. I'm not laughing at her, okay? I'm not laughing at the fact that she was singing scared. I'm laughing at the fact that I can relate. I've been there. I was in her shoes for years. I was very fortunate to be in a band where I had bandmates who were very supportive and worked with me and were very patient and were they were giving me constructive criticism, absolutely, but at the same time, when I did do something well, they praised me and they let me know, hey, what you sang right there, how you sang it, that was awesome. Do that again. And that builds up my confidence. I'm sure the same thing happened with her, because like I said, in Love Bites, you don't hear that scared singing. So it was just kind of fun for me to be able to relate, bass player to bass player. I've been in her shoes there, and I can relate. So that's why I was chuckling. That's why I was smiling. That's why I was laughing. It's not at her. I do not mean that as an insult to her. It's just I can relate. So anyway, now overall, I think this was a really good song. I dug the chordal progression. I dug the feel. I dug the notation. I dug the melodic lines. I dug everything about the song. This was a fun song to listen to. On top of that, you had a really good live show. Let's go down the checklist. Let's see if they checked everything off. Stage presence, check. Right from before they even touched their instruments. Just when they walked on stage, they had that stage presence. Stage energy, yeah, check. They were moving around, especially the lead vocalist. She was really moving around quite a bit. Stage interaction, check. Everybody, it seems like that seems to be a thing. Everybody wants to come back and spin Haruna's star symbols. She needs to figure out a way to motorize those things to get them to spin on their own. She really does. I think that would look really cool. Not too fast, obviously. You don't want to lose a finger if someone wants to go out there and spin it. You don't want them to, not be able to play bass or anything like that ever again. I'll never be able to hold the pick again because I lost my index finger. No, I think it'd be really cool if they figure out a way to rig some sort of a motorized spinning mechanism on, even if it's just two of them, just to get two of them spinning regularly. I think that would look pretty cool. No, but it seems like everybody wants to go back and play with their star symbols. That's fine, whatever. Look, it's interaction. I'll take it. Crowd interaction. Yeah, pretty much. Right for the beginning of the song, before the song even started, we had crowd interaction with them talking to the crowd. And then throughout, you saw constantly the lead vocalist clapping to the crowd, pointing to the crowd, engaging the crowd. Yes, crowd interaction, check. Showmanship, check. Yeah, I'll give it to them. Absolutely. They put on a really nice show. It looked good. Everything combined together to put on a good visual show. Production, not really. But look, production is bonus points. The only time production really matters is if you're a production-based band. Like if you rely on production to carry your live shows, well then, yeah, your production better be on point. But if you're providing the stage energy yourself and you're providing the showmanship yourself, you're putting on a great stage show yourself, you don't need production. So that's cool. But yeah, overall, 7.8. It's a really good score for what I feel was a really good performance. So that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in nice shiny bows, shall we? We got a 7.8, which is a really good scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.